This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in today's class, I'll see how to configure the financial cloud general ledger application in EDMCS. So this is one of the very common application which is being used in EDMCS to maintain its metadata. So generally, Oracle Enterprise Data Management Cloud can be used to manage the chart of accounts, segment values for a value sets in your financial GL application. So here, instead of dimensions, I'll use the term segment. So basically, it is the same thing, but it may differ like a little bit. Like your segment can have the tree structure. So we'll discuss that one. So the different things that EDMCS can store from your financial cloud general applications are like your segment values, segment value properties, then tree and tree versions, then your hierarchy relationship of segment values in the tree version, and few of the global and context sensitive descriptive experience. So we'll see that one. So before starting, I'll just give you a brief idea like how it stores the data in EDMCS. So here I just placed a information model diagram. So on my left side here, you can see this is representing your financial cloud general ledger application, and on the right side it is the EDMCS. Okay, so in your GL application, how it stores the segments are like here. You can see there are two segments. One is your account segment, another one is the product segment. So for each of the segment, there is a value set. Value set will be there. So the value set is without having without having any parent child relationships. So there is no level or parent child relationship exist in your value set. It only holds like what is the node name and some properties, then the description of that particular node. Okay, apart from that, you can tag multiple version to your value set. So you have to create the tree structure, and the tree structure can have multiple version. Similarly, here also you can see for the product, you have one tree version, and for the account you have two tree version. Now to store all this information, how it will be stored in EDMCS is here. You can see for the value set, the directly it represents a account viewpoint, and on the back end of the viewpoint, a node set will be there and a node type. So since I'm saying it doesn't have any parent child relationship, so here you can't see any hierarchy set. Okay, so directly it comes with like viewpoint, node set, and node type. That's it. So if any segment doesn't have any tree or any version, okay, any tree structure, and there is nothing is there, so only the first three things you will get, like the viewpoint, node set, and node type. But if you are registering any tree structure, then it comes that hierarchy set on all things. So account type, your account node type will be same. So that account node type will be used in the hierarchy set. Hierarchy set, then will like node set will point to the same hierarchy set, and viewpoint will be created. So here account node type is common. Hierarchy set is changing based on your tree version. That node set is changing like based on your hierarchy set for the tree structure, and node set separate for your value set as well. And the viewpoint also is changing. Okay, so this is the way how your EDMCS store the information for your financial GL application segments. Okay, so basically here you can see when I'm saying the value set and the tree structure, so I'm saying two things. So during import or export, it will generate two files. So and both the files are in the CSV format, and that CSV formats are zipped. Okay, so we'll see like how to import, how to prepare all those files and everything. We'll see that one. So prior to this, let's register the application, and we'll see like what are the different options we need to configure when we are configuring a financial cloud general ledger application in EDMCS. So let's go directly to the application. So log into your application, then it is the same approach. Go to the application. To register any of the application, you should have the application creator role to register a new application. Okay, and before registering any application, make sure what are the different segments you are going to maintain in EDMCS. So let's say like your GL application has 10 segments, but out of 10, like only 5 or 6 are required to maintain in EDMCS. So take the clarification from your client which are required to maintain in EDMCS and get ready, so that during registration you should not wait for any other thing, right? So click on register. So here the different application types are available. So you already seen that one. Like for the financial cloud general ledger application, select on financial cloud general ledger. Okay, so here it is asking me the name and the description. Name should be mandatory, description is optional. So let me give the name as Fusion GL. Description also I'm putting the same. Okay, now if you click next, so it is again asking the connection information. It is similar to your PBCS, like what we have seen, like you have to give the name, description, then the instance location, that is the URL of your GL application. Okay, identity domain, then username and password. So once you give all this information, you can click next. But right now, like I don't have any GL application available with me, so I'm not configuring this connection. I'm just skipping this step. So I'm just clicking on cancel. So without connection information also you can register your applications. So I'm going again, like financial cloud general ledger. So Fusion GL, click next. And since I don't have any connection, so I'm directly clicking on next. So click create. Okay, once you click create, your application is now configured and it is in draft mode until and unless you are not adding any segment to it. So first one, it is giving you the financial setup and it is asking you few of the options. So like here you can see the first one is the active languages. So enter the languages that have an active status in your GL application, like under your downstream Oracle Financial GL application. So here you can when you type the name, so the matching active languages that are available, that will just pop up, or you can select it from there. So whatever the active languages are available, you can select from them. So let's say I'm selecting English. Okay, so you can select multiple active languages, but base language will be always one, and whatever the languages you are selecting here, out of them you have to select your base language. So here you can see I have selected 3 languages, that is English, Croatian and Dutch. So those are coming in the drop down and base language should be selected. Next one are these are 3 checkbox are there. So right now I'm removing all this, these are not required. So my active language is English, base language is also English. Next one is the first option is allow multiple active tree version. So what it refers is like suppose you are configuring multiple tree version for your segment. Okay, so when you are configuring the version, so it will ask you the start date and end date. So to allow multiple active version, like with the same date range, like if you want multiple active tree version, like still their end date is not yet over. Okay, so that time you have to select this checkbox, like if you want multiple active tree version. Okay, second option is like allow multiple root nodes. So enables more than one root node in the hierarchy. So it is basically same as the top node, like it will allow you to keep multiple root nodes. Okay, Now next one is allow duplicate node. So it is same as your shared node. So like if you want with the same name multiple nodes with different parents, so you can select this one, allow duplicate nodes. The last one is maximum depth. So maximum depth is nothing but how many levels you want to put in your hierarchy. Okay, so if there is no such certainty like how many levels you can configure if for a segment, you can just set it to -1. So when you are select -1, then the tree structure doesn't have any depth limit, so there is no limit on the like how many level you can put for your hierarchy structure, so you can set that one. Okay, so for the timing, like I don't want any active tree versions, I don't want duplicate nodes, and I'm not sure about how many depth I'll select, so I'm keeping it to the -1. So when you click next, it will take you to the global descriptive flex field. So what is that one? Like so flex fields are nothing but it is similar to your attribute dimension. If you compare with the PBCS, it just provides you the extra information about your segment. So for example, a product segment could contain descriptive flex field like color, what is the size, or something like that you can define. So basically, like when you are configure, like there are two types of flex field. One is your global flex field and another one is the context sensitive flex field. Okay, we'll see the second one. So first it is asking us to configure the global descriptive flex field. So what is that one is, like when I'm saying global, that means it is applicable to all the segments that I'm going to configure. So this extra field or that extra attribute is applicable to all the segments. Okay, so let's say I'm adding one. So when you'll add, so first it is asking you what is my flex field name. So let's say I'm giving us uh attribute attribute one. So then just provide a name, then whether it is required or not, like in some case like you can define, but if you don't need, then you just uncheck this one. So let's check this. Now EDMCS provide you to define up to 50 flex fields. Okay, here you can see there are 50 uh, position holders are there, so you can assign your flex field to any of these position holder. So up to 50 flex field you can define. So let me assign it to the position holder first, attribute one, and you can select a property from the existing one, like whatever the existing properties are available in your EDMCS, that you can select, or if you want to create a new property, that also you can do. So let's say I'm clicking on add new property. Okay, then click next. So when you click next, so there is a default name is coming. See here, like it is the name same as your flex field name, and it is just appending a prefix DFF. So when you are able to see this DFF word is there, that means that particular property is a flex field property and is being used in your financial GL application. Okay, so description is optional, you can put the value. Then if you click next, then it will give you the option that is same as when you create the properties, like what is the string case, what are the invalid characters, minimum length, maximum length. For that particular properties you can set all these things. Okay, so I'm not setting anything, clicking on next. So see here, like once you set all these things, now your property is available. You can add again, like if you multiple flex field, if you want, you can add those things. but notice here like that attribute one position holder is no more available, so that is already being used by a different property, so that is not in use. So let me add another one, and I'm using this attribute 5 position holder. So 5, okay, that is also required. Add new property, click next. So again I'm giving it here 5, fine, click next. Okay, so I have used two of the global flex field, that is attribute 1 and attribute 5. Okay, so once you configure all this global flex field, then you will go for the segments. Okay, click on next. So here it is asking me to add the segment. So to add the segment, click on the add button. So it is similar to adding the dimension, but here you can see it is asking me, instead of dimension name, it is asking me what is the value set code. So the value set code will be like same as that of your GL application segment. So let's say I've prepared a file, and let me see what is my value set name. So I have here one zip file, so let me extract this one. Okay, so see here, I'll explain like how this file is created and what to create it, but my value set name is gl underscore affiliate. So I'm just setting this one. Value set description, fine. Then whether it is the natural account segment or not, so it is not, so I'm not selecting. Now what is the type of your name, like whatever the name I'm providing for the affiliate, whether it is a text field or a numeric field, so that you have to set. So in case of the numeric, like you have to provide the maximum and minimum length, and the text case, like what are the different alphanumeric characters it will allow, that you have to define. Okay, so let's say I'm selecting this one to numeric, and I'm giving the maximum length as 5. So what are the different option it is providing me? Click next. So now you can see when I'm giving numeric, it is asking me what is the minimum numeric value and what is the maximum numeric value, that you can set. Like if you have a range for your segment, so you can define that one. And in case like if I'm selecting text, and if I'll click next, so again it is asking me text minimum value and text maximum value, and like suppose if you want to provide that it should accept all the numeric digits and all the alphabet, so just place the setting like this. And I have set the length as maximum 5, so I'm just putting 50, and maximum value is my z z z z z. Okay, next there is two further option is there, like if you want all your names to be placed in uppercase, so you can select this option. And if you want, no, no, my names are case sensitive, so you can just uncheck this one as well. Like then it will when you are unchecking this, it will allow the lowercase letter as well and uppercase, but when you are checking, it will only allow your uppercase letter. Okay, then zero fill. So you know zero fill is to specify that the value must have as many characters as the maximum character length. Like suppose you are defining it is 5, and if you are entering only 3 characters, then it will append to 0 at the beginning. Okay, like for example, like suppose you have set the maximum character length to 5, and so and a user is entering the value as just a triple a. Okay, now what will happen, like if you have selected this option, so at the beginning it will add to 0, so the value will be like 00 triple a, so something like that. So that how the zero fill works. So for the time being I am only selecting zero fill, and uppercase I'm not selecting, then I'm clicking next. So when I'm coming to the next, so now it is asking me the context sensitive descriptive flex field. Okay, so what is the difference between global flex field and context sensitive flex fields is the context sensitive flex fields are only specific to the segments. Okay, so for the like suppose I'm configuring the affiliate segment here. Okay, so for only affiliate segment your uh, uh, context sensitive flex field will be applicable, but when I'm defining the global flex field, so that is applicable to all the segments, like whatever the segment like account, call center, whatever things you are configuring, so that particular property will be applicable to all the segments. So if there is any specific segment, any specific flex field is there for a particular segment, then you can go for context sensitive descriptive flex field. So let me show you what to do. It is similar to global, but here you can see the position holder that are already being used for the global flex field, that is not coming here, like attribute 1 and attribute 5 are not available. Apart from that, like everything is available, and it is the same way you can configure your context sensitive flex field. Okay, okay, so for the timing I'm not configuring this one. Click next. Now here this is the important thing, like it is asking me to add the trees for the GL affiliate segment. So this is optional, like suppose in your segment you don't have any tree structure, only you have the value set. Okay, then there is no need to configure the trees. But like suppose you have any tree structure that you can configure. So for my file for the affiliate there is no tree structure, so I'm not configuring it. I'll configure another segment with the tree structure, so I'll show that one to you. So click next. Now the segment is ready. Okay, now I'll add another segment. Let's say what is that name, GL business unit. So I'm just quickly configuring the same thing. So again it is text and maximum length is 5. Click next. So again 0000, maximum value is 0, fill is allowed, content is not there. Okay, now here you can see it is asking me to add the trees for the GL business unit segment. Okay, so to add the trees, click on the add button, and it is asking me what is my tree code and what is my tree version name. So you have to provide what is your tree code and version name. So for my case it is the same as the value set name. So let me put this GL business unit, and GL business unit start date is 01/01/2016, and end date is my 31/12/1/12/47 and 2. Okay, so here you have to provide for this particular tree code what is your start date and end date for this particular version. Okay, so if you remember, like during the setup it asked me like whether to allow multiple active version or not. Okay, so that means like when the end date is not yet over, you can place 2 or more tree code which are in the active stage. Okay, so once you provide all this information, click next. So again you can add multiple tree structure to here. So here you can see for the GL business unit segment, the first name is your tree code name and the second name is your version name. Okay, so in that way it just shows. So click next, and again click next. So these are the different financial categories that are present in your GL application. If you need some additional financial categories, you can provide it. So just you have to you give the level name and the value. Okay, so what are these financial categories? So financial categories identify groups of accounts for reporting with Oracle transactional business intelligence. So these are something like for the use for the grouping purpose, and here there are 49 financial categories are by default present. Okay, so if you have seen like this financial categories is one of the properties for the GL segment node. Okay, so whenever I'll show you, like whenever there is any node is present, that node has a property called financial categories, and all these 49 financial categories will appear there as the drop down list. So again, apart from this, like if you want to add some of the custom financial categories, so you can add them, and that will be available to select during your like more any modification to the viewpoint. Okay, so I'm not changing this one, like whatever the flex fields are available, that I'm just keeping that as it is and click next. Now this is the summary phase, just validate it. So before that one, since I don't have any global flex descriptive flex field, I'm just removing this one. So next, click next, segments, then financial categories, then click apply. Okay, so now you can see what are the different data chain objects are created for this GOL application. So here the application is available. The primary connection it is setting showing as none because we have not set up any connection. If it is required, you can set up the connection at any time. How to set up? Go to the inspect, then connection, click edit, and click add. So again you can add multiple connection to your Fusion GL downstream application. Okay, so I'm closing this. Now I'll once your application is registered, the first thing it will create a default view. So let's see and see what is my default view. So if you go here, you can see the Fusion GL default view is created. So click on that and see what are the different viewpoints are created. So see here, like it is showing me three viewpoints. So first one is the GL affiliate, and since it is not having any tree structure, so there is no tree structure viewpoints are there. So if you remember, like when I was showing the slide, so you can see like if a segment is having value set and the tree structure, then it will have separate viewpoints. Okay, so that is what it is showing. So for the business unit, one viewpoint is for the value set where your parent child relationship will not be there, and the other one is for your tree structure where you will get your parent child relationships. Okay, so now you can see I have configured two segments, and out of two segments the affiliate doesn't have any tree structure, so that's why it is showing me one viewpoint, and that is for only value set only. And for the business unit there are two viewpoints are there. Okay, now I'll take you to what are the different other data chain objects are created. So let's go to the affiliate first. Okay, so you can click inspect, go to the data chain. So in the data chain you can see for this particular viewpoint, one node set is linked. Here the number is showing, there is no hierarchy set is there, and one node type is there. So if you go to the node type, here it is the GL affiliate, and let's see what are the different properties that are tagged to this particular node type. So here you can see like the system is by default assigning few of the properties to the node types. So those are name, start date, end date, summary, enable, allow posting, allow visiting, financial category. So I was talking about this property, financial category. So this will provide you a drop down to select the financial category from that all 49 available list. Okay, then description US, the level, the parent that are available. Now if I'll go to the node set, so the SAM node set is a list type. So here you can see the structure is list type for the value set. Okay, and if I'll go to the definition, it is directly pointing to your node type. GL affiliate is there. Okay, but if I'll do the inspect, business unit will also be similar to your affiliate, like since it is a value set, it doesn't have any hierarchy set. But the tree structure viewpoint will have a hierarchy set. So let's go and see. Click on the inspect, go to the data chain, and here you can see for this particular viewpoint, there is a node set, there is a hierarchy set, and there is a node type. So node type, it is again similar to that your affiliate. It has same number of properties. Okay, then if I'll go to the hierarchy set, so here the hierarchy set is available, but since I'm using only one node type, so there is no relationship is defined. Okay, then a node set. So if you go to the node set is of hierarchy structure. So here you can see it is of hierarchy structure. Okay, and it is pointing to your hierarchy set, and the node types is just coming from this particular hierarchy set. So whatever the node types is being in this hierarchy set, that it is showing. Okay, so next I'll show you how to import data to your GL configured application in EDMCS. So for that, like your Oracle provides a template, okay, to generate the files that is directly loadable to your EDMCS. So there is a template. So the template, it is something like this. So here there is some instructions are there, so I'll just send you this format so that you can have a look. But what it actually contains is, so it has two tabs. One is GL segment values interface. Okay, so those are like it, you have to give the value set code, the value, start date, end date, and few of the properties like it is asking. So whichever the properties is not applicable for you, that is just keep it that one as blank. Okay, so this is the value interface where parent child relationship is not there, so you can't see the parent column here. And there is another tab that is your GL segment hierarchy interface. So here you will get the parent child relationship, so you can configure like whatever the parents you want to configure. So here the value is the leaf level, then immediate parent is coming on the parent one. So similar to like this, and here it is having the value set code, then the tree code, then the tree version name. So if you have multiple tree code and multiple tree version name, all you have to put here. Okay, like suppose you have two tree code, so all the information for both the tree codes you have to put in this file. Okay, once you put all this data, then just go to here and click on the CSV generation. So there is a button is there, so generate CSV is there. Okay, so click on that, so it will generate a zip file. In that zip file you will have two files, so let me show that one to you. Okay, okay, so it will generate a zip file like this, so GL business unit. So if you unzip it, so let me show you what are the files it is having. Unzip to here. So see, like here two files are there and both are your CSV file only. So in those CSV file, let me open, the names are like first one is the hierarchy interface and the second one is the value interface. So as the name suggests, hierarchy interface will have your parent child relationship and values interface will have the node name and all the properties that are available to it. So if I'll open this, So here it is. So see where I just show you the template is because like in the file you will not know which column is what. So it doesn't have any column header as well. So here you can see the values how it just converted from the template. Okay, so here you can see like summary flag, enabled flag, account type, these things are available. But in your file which will be loadable to your EDMCS, there is no such column headers are available. So the first one is your value set name, this is the node name, this is start date, this is end date, this is your summary flag, this is enabled. Okay, then this is the account type, this is allow posting, allow visiting, and there are three other columns like financial category, all those things are there. And the last one is the description US, it is holding something like that. But in this value interface file you will not have your parent-child relationship. So let's see the other file. So the hierarchy interface, so here you will get the value set name, then tree name, version name, start date, end date, the node name, the parent name, and the level. Okay, so here you are having the parent-child relationships. So the zip file should have both these files if you are configuring a tree structure for a segment. But if you look my other zip for the affiliate, okay, it is only having one zip file, sorry, one CSV file. So let me show that one to you. So before that, let me close this. So this is my affiliate with no tree. So when I'll do the unzipping, so here you can see the value interface file is there, but hierarchy interface file is not there. So from this you can get like your value interface file is mandatory, but the hierarchy interface file is optional. So if you are not configuring any tree structure, then only one file is sufficient. Okay, but during export also it will generate the file like this only. So that is clear. Like if we'll open this file here, you can see it is the similar file. Like here you can see the value set name, node name, start date, end date, then and summary enabled. So all these properties are just present here. So now let's import this file. So to import, it is the similar approach. Go to application. From the action menu, select import, and for which of the segments you are importing, select that segment, then reset. It is the same thing as compared to the earlier applications. Okay, so select your zip file. So the only difference between the other application and the GL application is like it will accept the zip file, but the other application or the custom application, PBCS application or the FCCS application, they'll accept .csv file, but your GL application accepts your zip file. Okay, so suppose like if you have one file also, but still you have to zip the file, then you have to upload. Okay, so first I'm selecting affiliate, so I'm selecting affiliate, then click import. So here you can see import completed successfully, 82 records imported. Similarly, business unit, select your business unit file. So here also it is completed successfully, but here it is showing me two viewpoints. One is your value set, another in your tree structure. Just make sure like whatever the name you are putting in your file, the same name you have configured in your GL application. So if you change that one, then it will fail. Like suppose you have configured a tree structure name with some different name, but in the file you are putting in some different name, then the system will throw the error. So make sure whatever the name you are configuring, that should be present in your file. So let's go to the application and see how the data is looking like in the viewpoint. So the first one is the GL affiliate. So as I mentioned, this is the list type or the flat type. There is no parent child relationship is there. Um, and on the right side you can see the different properties available to that particular node type. So it is showing me the name, start date, end date as blank, summary, then enabled, allow posting, allow visiting, and here the financial category is there. So if I'll click on new request, and if I'll go to this financial category, so all those 49 financial categories are available to select. Okay, a description US is similar to the description, and here you can set that one as well. Yeah, so if I'll go to the business unit, again, like here you can see it is similar to your affiliate. It is a list type. It doesn't have any parent child things. Level information is not there, and the properties are available. Now if I'll go to this hierarchy viewpoint or the tree structure viewpoint, so here you can see that the parent child relationship is available. So you'll get the parent child relationship in your tree structure viewpoint, and here two additional properties are also available, and it is providing. So that one is the level and the parent. Okay, apart from that, like all the properties that are being available to your viewpoint is also present in the hierarchy viewpoint. Now the important thing what it is here is, like, since we are using the same node type, so suppose I'll change anything to any node in the hierarchy viewpoint, that will reflect in your list viewpoint. So let's see how it is reflecting. So let me add just a test what to here. Okay, so see here I'm modifying in the hierarchy viewpoint. I have just changed the description US property, and when I click on the submit button, so now the changes are done. And if I'll go and search the same node UCRPT, so see here, like in the UCRPT node of the your list viewpoint or the value interface viewpoint is also getting changed, because like I already explained all these things like in alternate hierarchy session. So Sandeep, you can get the recordings from the Firoz for that class. So what is happening here is since both these viewpoints are having the same node type, okay, and in case of the your value interface there is no hierarchy set is being used, so any changes you are doing to the hierarchy or the tree structure viewpoint, that will reflect in your GL interface, and the vice versa if you are doing any update properties. But if you are adding any nodes in your list viewpoint, okay, that will not automatically added to your tree structure viewpoint or the hierarchy set viewpoint. Okay, so you have to again, like, you have to find out under which parent you want to keep, that you have to define. So suppose like here I'll create new request, I'm adding a node, let's say it is chat test business unit. So now it will add it to this value interface viewpoint or the list viewpoint. But since like in your hierarchy viewpoint I need the parent information, so it will not automatically add it. So what you have to do is, just if you want to keep this node under your um, hierarchy viewpoint also, so just add it to your the list viewpoint and just open it on the side by side, find the correct parent and just drag and drop to that particular one. Okay, so in that way it will work. So from this what we see is like suppose we are creating any maintenance view. Okay, so in the maintenance view we mostly give this tree structure viewpoint and we place the tree structure viewpoint in the maintenance view. So any changes that will happen to the nodes of your tree structure viewpoint, that will automatically come to your uh, uh, least viewpoint or the flat viewpoint. Okay, but one more thing, like suppose I'm adding a new node in your hierarchy viewpoints, that will automatically added to this list viewpoint. So let me show that one to you. Like suppose I'm adding here, click new request. So let's say I'm adding a child here. So see here, when I'm adding here, also it is getting added to this flat hierarchy or the list hierarchy. So let's say I'm giving the name as YYY. Description is test underscore view1. So when I'm adding the node in your hierarchy viewpoint, that will also add it to your list viewpoint. So in the when we'll create the maintenance view, we'll keep this hierarchy viewpoint in the maintenance view. Like if you are configuring any subscription or any data sharing, any comparison, we'll just put this tree structure viewpoint. Okay, so from here we have seen like the addition or update properties in the list viewpoint, that will also reflect in your uh, addition or update properties in your hierarchy viewpoint will also reflect in the list viewpoint. But if you are adding the nodes in the list viewpoint, will not reflect in your hierarchy viewpoint. So you have to go there, you have to select the parent, then you have to uh, drag and drop under which you want to keep, then only it will add. So here what I did, like z, I just drag and drop to here. After that only it will reflect in your hierarchy viewpoint. So this is the way how it works. Okay, so now you can see both my nodes are available to this hierarchy viewpoint. Okay, now we'll see how the export works. So export works in the similar way as that of your PBCS application. So go to your application, then click on the export button. So it is asking me to select the segment name, and if you have configured any connection, okay, so it will come a connection here similar to your PBCS. First you have to select the export target as your connection, and from that connection you have to select up to which connection, SIT, UAT, development, which connection instance you want to export. Then provide the file name and click on the export. But right now, like as I don't have configured any connection, it is giving me only option to export to the file. So if I'll do the export, let's say I'm doing for the business unit, click on the export, and it will generate the file. Let's say I'm storing it under class thing, and it will just exporting with your username, then export, then your value set name. If I'll open this file, this is the file that I have exported now. So again, like if you open this one, it will have two CSV file. One is your hierarchy interface file and your value interface file. So in this so this zip file can be directly imported to your GL application. So so when you import this file, it will just update the all the tree structure, like whichever the tree structure you have configured and the data is present, and also it will update to the value interface file. Okay, and I'll just send you another document how to process this file in the GL application, so you can have a look. But since I don't have any environment available, so I can't show that one to you. So it is the similar thing like how it happens for the PBCS. When you export the file, it will go and sit some folder in your GL application, and from that folder you have to create certain jobs, or from that, like, you have to select the file which is being exported from the EDMCS and import it to your GL application. So I have a document I have prepared, so I'll send that one to you, like how to process the files once it is exported from EDMCS in GL application. I'll do that. So for the timing, like you have any doubts on like what we have seen, you can ask me.
Loknath,
Yeah.
in this class, I need to practice and then I will come back to you if any doubts. But in previous classes, I have few doubts. Like
Okay.
how to
Just
delete the
what,
existing application.
Dipo, just a minute. So Sandeep, you have any doubts?
No, Loknath. Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is like I'll share all these files, like whatever the files I have used with you, so that you can practice. So on Saturday, I think I have sent all the assignments for previous class as well. And today I'll provide you the new URL and for this class also. So we'll continue that one. And you just practice all these things in your demo instance, so that you can have hands-on on this. Okay, Deepu, so go ahead. Yeah, ask.
Loknath, just as in previous classes, we have created applications, node types, and endpoints, everything. Right? So how
Mm-hmm.
to delete if my application something gets wrong? So how to delete this because I'm not able to
Okay, so
find delete. Yeah.
yeah, so to delete the application, there is only one option is available. First, archive the application. So let's say I want to delete this master application. Okay, so first what I'll do, go to the inspect, go to the general tab, click edit, archive it first. If you archive it, okay, it will not visible in your list. So to show it, click on this show archive. It will available. Now if you'll go and click on this button, so delete button is available. So when you click delete, it will just give you a pop-up whether you want to delete or not. If you click yes, so it will delete all the artifacts, including dimension, node set, everything will be deleted. No more archive. It will delete entire thing. Only one thing it will left, that is your views. So that views again you have to come. So let's say I'm deleting this application and I'll show you. Okay. Whatever the application that I configured now, Fusion GL, I'll delete that one only. So click on this, go to inspect, click edit, archive it, click save, close it. Okay, now go here, delete the application, click yes. So now here it is deleted. Okay, and if I'll go to the views, so in the views, the default view will be still present. So if I'll open this Fusion GL, so here it will not able to see any viewpoints because all those dimension, node set, hierarchy set, node types, everything is gone. Okay, so what you have to do here is like just delete this view as well. So other views you can't delete directly, but like if you have deleted any application and that view is still present, so you can delete that view. So if I'll click here, the delete button is enabled. So you can delete this view as well. So this way you can delete the application. Okay, now suppose you want, no, my application will be there, but I want to delete certain dimension. Okay, so what you have to do is like go to the application, then click on modify registration. Here the dimensions are available. So here you can see there is a minus symbol is coming, remove is coming. So when you click on the remove button, so the dimension will be removed from your application. But for this particular dimension, whatever your data chain objects are created, like your viewpoints, your node set, your hierarchy sets, node types, all will be there and will be in your archived mode. Okay, so those things will be available but will be in the archived mode. So if a viewpoint is archived, that means it will not show in the view, but at the back end it will be available. There is no other way to delete this. So if you want to delete the application. You are getting me?
Yes, Loknath. And we have created viewpoints, right? How to create the created viewpoints?
How to create viewpoints, right?
No. We have created viewpoints, right? So
Mhm.
we want to delete that viewpoints.
No, you can't delete a active or archived viewpoint. So what you can do is you just archive it so that it will not show. Let's, for example, in the account maintenance, if I'll go to the inspect, go to the definition. So here you can see I have 3 viewpoints are there. Out of them 2 are active and the other one is the archived one. Okay, so if I'll open this view, only active viewpoints will show. The archived viewpoint, it will not show. Okay, so if I'll try to delete, let's see what it is showing me. I'm now going to this definition. Okay, click edit, and if I'll try to delete this, so it will give me a message, do you want to permanently delete the viewpoint? If I'll click yes, so it will show me an error message that you can't delete a viewpoint that is active or archived. Okay, so this feature is not yet available. So only thing you can do is you can archive and you can just hide that viewpoint to, like, if you don't want to show to the business user in the view, you can archive that one. So I think this option is going to available in upcoming version of EDMCS. So right now only you can delete the draft viewpoint. When I'm saying draft, that means, like, suppose you have created a viewpoint. Let me create, say I'm getting for the cost centers, I'm giving some name, click create, and I am see here, like, it is in the draft mode. So until and unless you are not assigning a node set to a viewpoint, that viewpoint will be in the draft mode. Okay, so close this. Now if I'll go to here, so see here, SDCS, this is in the draft mode. Now if I'll go to here and click edit button, and I can delete the draft viewpoint only. So the draft viewpoint can be deleted, but if your viewpoint is in your active or archive mode, you can't delete that one. Am I clear?
Yes, Loknath. Yes. Now I got it. Because yesterday I have done it, but it should seem. That's why. Is any other option I asked you?
No, that is only one option, that you have to delete the application. You have to delete the application, you have to reconfigure your dimension, and you have to just import the data once again. So in that way you can do, or that is not like advisable option, because once you develop completely, you can go and every time you delete your application, right? So there is only one option available, just archive your viewpoint, not to show them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, is there any other questions? And anything, any of the sessions that I have completed? Okay, fine, no issue. So we'll meet tomorrow again, same session. So I'll find out a new topic. Like, let me see. Like, I may cover that FCCS part also. Like tomorrow, I'll so how to configure the FCCS application, and then we'll continue with our properties and all other things. Properties are there. Then we'll see how to configure the workforce, the securities. There are so many things are there. So again, in the properties, like how to configure the derived properties, how to configure the lookups. So all those things we'll see. So thanks for joining for today's class. We'll see you tomorrow again same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Lala. Thank you so much. Bye.